Hello everyone. I've been receiving several questions regarding Bill 96, several reactions from people who are a bit worried or wondering what it means for their children when the times come to register them for college. Uh, Essentially, I realized that my message on the field wasn't as clear or far-reaching as I was hoping, so here I am making this video for you. Hopefully it's going to clarify, demystify, and reach more people. So don't be afraid to share, by the way. What is Bill 96? So Bill 96, simply put, is an extension of Bill 101 that seeks to protect and promote the French language as the language of the community and the official language in the province of Quebec. However, it seeks to promote and protect, but not at the expense of the rights of the English-speaking community or the First Nation. That being said, it doesn't mean there's no impact for the English-speaking community or the French. There are impact. Essentially, you could categorize them in three categories. The first one would be the accessibility, the second one, the French courses, and the third one would be the exit exam that you have to do at the end of your college. For the accessibility, who could apply for an English college? Well, the short answer is everyone. You could still apply. It's not a problem to apply. However, you have to know that since they have limited the number of space available to study in college in English, and since they don't want to endanger the rights of the English population to have access to English-speaking college, well, they will prioritize people who have a certificate of eligibility to receive instruction in English. That means that yes, if you are a francophone or an immigrant that wants to go to John Abbott, you could, but you have to know that you will pass after the people who have the right to receive instruction in English. So before, for the English speaking people, you were in competition with other people, regardless of the language, based on your marks, okay, based on your grades. Now, yes, it's still the case, but you have another variable. Do you or not have a certificate of eligibility? If yes, you have an advantage over everybody else that doesn't, regardless of your mark. That's how you could summarize that. So what does it mean concretely for people who are in high school or primary school in English? It means that you are already a holder of that certificate of eligibility. There's not much. You already have the right to go there and you will be prioritized. The danger may reside when we have a French-speaking school, people who have English as their first language, but attend a French-speaking school. And since they are going for a French-speaking school, they didn't see the necessity to ask for the certificate of eligibility. And then once the time come to apply to college, they say, it was hard in French, and I think I would like it better. I have the right to go in a college in English, and I think it's going to be best for me to go there. But in order to do that, they will need to get that certificate before. Otherwise, they will not get prioritized, and they have a right to be prioritized. So for everybody who is in a French-speaking school, and who has a right to get the paper because there's a parent or someone in your family that has that right, it could pass it to you. You should just exercise your right and get the paper, just because you want to keep it active in your family, for those who will follow you, and for yourself if you change your mind. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna say for availability. The next item that's impacted is the amount of French classes that you will have. Before that, everybody had to do 2 second language classes. So for the French speaking college, they had two English second language classes. The Anglophone, they had 2 French second language classes. Now they have 3 more French classes. It could be up to 3 more second language French. So it means that you would have 5 second language French of your level. Or it would be 2 and up to 3 other classes you would normally be given in English that would now be given in French, for a total of 5 classes given in French. Is it a good idea to go for one or the other? It depends, okay? If French, you're good at it, you function really well with it, in that case, go for your philosophy class in French. It's great. The advantage is you won't have extra classes to do. You have the same amount of classes. It's just up to 3 of them will be given in a language you have no problem with. Okay, it's fine. If French is more of a problem for you, you might as well stick with the French as a second language. Yes, you may have up to 3 more courses down the line over 2 or 3 years, depending on if you're doing the 2-year or 3-year program. But it's not going to negatively impact your other classes that would otherwise be in English, and lower possibly your mark in those classes because you don't understand as well and you can't express yourself as well. So, and anyway, investing 3 more French classes in a province like Quebec is something I consider pretty useful. It's not going to be a waste of time for you to get better in French if you plan to stay in the province. Okay, that being said, I've been receiving, I remember receiving several questions regarding can the extra French, could I change one of my phys ed class for French? The answer is, sadly, for those who was hoping that, no, you can't change a phys ed class for a French phys ed class. It's, you could, so far, my understanding is that the other classes are going to be possible to switch language, but not for phys ed. Sorry for those who was hoping to have something a bit lighter on that regard. So, the last point on the menu is going to be for the exit exam. For everybody else in the province, it's the l'épreuve uniforme de français that is asked of you once you finish your college studies. However, if you have your certificate of eligibility to receive instruction in English, you will have the exit English exam. Everybody else, l'épreuve uniforme de français. Okay? So, if we recap, for the accessibility, if you're an English person that has a certificate of eligibility, you are going to be at an advantage when the time comes to access college education in Quebec in English. You won't see any change for the exit exam. Where it's going to change, and where I think people get a bit it's rubbing them the wrong way, is that they have extra French class and they already don't really like French. For those people, you have 3 more French to do. However, I would see that positively, that it's not useless to speak better French in that province. Might not be fun always because it's more difficult and we don't feel it's not as rewarding sometimes, but down the line, I think it's going to be more positive. Depending on your attitude, it can be really positive to invest 3 more classes there. So if you have any more questions regarding that, anyway, you can reach me anytime. I'll be glad to answer all your questions. Thank you.